Okay, so trying again, second attempt. I don't know if the last one actually connected to YouTube. It didn't look to me as if it had. However, this one really looks as if it hasn't. Oh, well, something just came up on my mobile phone, actually, so maybe it's working. I'll do this card again, okay? I did this card in my last attempt. I think this one's working. Adrienne, here we go. I was live, was I, Adrienne? Oh, dear, right. Oh, well, unfortunately, I've now killed off that last whole thing, sadly, because I had to try and start again. I think we're in business now, though. But anyway, card for everyone watching. And a big thanks to you, by the way, if you are watching the repeat, if you're watching a bit later on. This is for you. It's for everyone. Isis, magic manifesting. It says your dreams, your visions and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. And if you saw any of the last one, you will know that by now that I was on about the full moon. Full moon in Capricorn, and it's been a hell of a week, actually. And this is why it's so important to really try and stay focused, because so much change goes on with astrology, and it plays into so many of our lives. Really gets a bit awkward. But what do we have? Monday, we have the summer solstice, so midsummer, and the nights are slowly, very hard, you can hardly tell at all, but the nights are slowly getting a little bit darker and a little bit longer. But it's going to be like months before we notice any difference. It's still summer. That's the good news. Then Tuesday, Mercury retrograde ended, and then yesterday we had that big full moon in Capricorn. Very powerful energy, I know. Didn't seem to affect me very much, but I'm touching wood on that, because maybe the aftermath will get me or something. Anyway, GGB, hi. I noticed you were the first one on the chat last time, you and Beverly, and Kat M was there as well. And wow, now people are coming in. This is absolutely great. Let's do a quick set of shout outs here to everyone. Adrienne, hi to you. I was live. Sometimes there's a delay. Well, we seem to be cooking on gas at this point. Beverly Spencer can still hear me. I'm really glad about that. Nice to see you, Beverly. Nice to see you, Aria Song. Hello, Holly DeShane as well. And let's just keep going. I noticed some more. Jane Finley English is here. The first one was working. I couldn't really tell, unfortunately. And I've had so many experiences of sitting here and talking for like 20 minutes and then realizing it isn't going out. I thought I'd better start and do a good one. Steve, hi. Sounds good again. I'm glad about that. I'm really glad about that. Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot, is with us. This is good news. Gail K is here. Cassandra LeBaume is here. Cat May, Rupali, hi to you. Great to see you, Rupali. Hope life is treating you well. No doubt there will be more as we go along, but this is a great start. Gartha is here as well. Almost missed that one, which would never do, would it? Okay, so Gigi asks a question, and Gigi was the first one here. So, well, actually, Adrienne was the first one here on this session. But GGB was the first one here on the last session, which is essentially this session, just a different incarnation of it. What can you do? What can you do? Okay, let's have a shuffle and see what we get for Gigi. I got a feeling you're not really missing anything, actually, Gigi. I think everything's pretty good with you at the moment. I really do. And the veil has been thin between our world and the spirit world all this week for all those three reasons I mentioned. Summer solstice, end of Mercury retrograde, and the full moon. We get a thin veil between the worlds, which makes it a lot easier for spirit communication to go on and to happen. Card I've got for you, Gigi, is this one. Hope, love, and acceptance. Okie doke. What does it say? Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So if you're missing anything, it's something to do with that, okay? And it's all seems to be angled towards self-worth to me as I'm looking at this card, actually. But love is yours. That's a good thing, for us all to realize, because love is something that is written into us when we come into this world. It's something we're born with, and it's something that grows throughout our life, and it grows in various different directions throughout our life as well. And that's what really links us to other people and to whatever spiritual movements attract us. Love is really where it's all at. And on a cosmic level, I don't really think there's any other energy that really matters. All the cosmic energies you can think of come down to love. And we say love and light, but, love is a part of light. Light is a part of love. That tends to be how it goes. So, Gigi, just, I suppose stay focused, as the first card said, but, recognize your worth as a divine being, okay? Because you are connected up spiritually, and I'm sure more is going to happen. I'm sure there are going to be other things going on. I feel there are things coming up for you quite soon, Gigi, actually. Next week or two are going to be very interesting. But we had such a busy week this week. I don't think they wanted to throw an awful lot more at us, actually. So, hope that helps. Thanks for your question. Thanks so much for being here. Stick around. Rupali, hi, nice to see you. I'm doing great, thanks. I'm doing absolutely great, thanks. And, wow, the people are building up. This is so where it's at. Julie M is here on this happy Friday. Had to go into the bell notifications to find the second attempt. Yeah, I was in a bit of a hurry because YouTube gets weird if you're more than 10 minutes late. So, I totally apologize about that. There we go. But yeah, the chat thing froze and I assumed there was no one here because there's an eye thing on my screen now telling me there's 21 people watching. Great stuff. Let's see 21 thumbs up, please, for this video. All makes a big difference. And there was no, that was just showing 0 before and it wasn't changing. So there we go. I had to have another go. So I haven't got a description under this video at the moment, but ko-fi.com/twig going across your stream at your screen, at the moment. 35and83@gmail.com for a reading. If you'd like to arrange a private reading, paypal.me/twig brother. Another way to support the channel, to support my work. Buy me a coffee, which is really going to be a tea because I'm an Englishman and I drink tea. And, that support is always very much welcome. Okay. Well, this is it, Julie. See, if I refresh, my software ends the stream. That's pretty much all I did, really, was refresh. But it ends the stream and starts a new one. This is the craziness of YouTube. But it doesn't often happen, actually. It's only happened, I think I started these lives around about December last year. So it's like 6 months and it's happened maybe 2 or 3 times. So not so bad, really. Seascape is here. Hello to you. Wash hands. Why not? Yeah, it's crazy, Julie. It really is. But hey, there we go. We're okay now. We're on our way. We're moving. Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot. This looks interesting. I found a big black bird feather on the ground near my house. I like to hear what spirit message you have. Thank you. Okay. Right. Well, I believe it was a significant feather, Ron, actually. I really do. I'm going to go into the tarot for this one. Seems kind of close to your energy, and I think that will work. Woohoo, we're up to 25 people already and only 8 minutes into the stream. This is good. Yeah, so one of my teachers very early on used to say to me, when I think I'd found a white feather at some point, and she said to me, sometimes a feather is just a feather. I'm sure this is a significant feather for you, Ron, actually. But sometimes I get insignificant feathers here because there are more birds than people, which is always a wonderful balance to have when nature is in control and got the upper hand like that. So a blackbird feather, that's interesting. It carries with it a suggestion of darkness almost. And so does this card that I've pulled for you, Ron. I've got 7 of Swords here, right? So Swords, air sign energy, yeah, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, as I'm sure you know. But something is up in the air, and there are decisions to be made, absolutely, for sure. And something will be exercising your mind at the moment, Ron, I'm sure, because this is kind of, you never tell with this card at first glance. Is it treachery, or is it someone trying to do people a favor by showing them that they need to, need to look after their stuff better? Because this guy hasn't taken all the swords. He's just taken 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So I guess there's 3 swords still back in the picture there that I haven't seen yet down in the tents. And he's running away. But, is he kind of really trying to do something bad, or is he misunderstood, I suppose, is the bottom line. So, Ron, if you're in a situation like that, try and see it from all angles. It's difficult to see it from all angles. I know it when something goes down like this, but the other side of that card is going to treat others, others as you would wish to be treated yourself. Those hiccups are there, telling me I'm right, but at the same time making me not hesitate. Hi, Sandy, my dearest. Nice to see you. Drink the water to calm me down. But yeah, Ron, just take a second look at the situation. That's really the message there. Okay, and try and be as fair-minded as you can. And I'm sure an unconditional love person and a tarot person like yourself will actually be able to be pretty broad-minded about the whole thing. But thanks for your question, Ron. Thanks so much for being here. I am going to message you. 24-inch long black feather. Wow. Look at that. It's almost 24 inches long. That's astonishing, actually. We do have birds that big in UK, actually, and there are some around here, but they're very rare in UK. But here we've got red kites, we've got buzzards, we've got hawks, kestrels, just about every kind of hawk there is in the sky around us here. So I do sometimes find them without meaning. But that's the tarot card that I drew as I was focusing on your black feather there, Ron. So I hope that helps you, my friend. And I'll be in touch soon to do a collab as well, because this seems to be working. It's a bit shaky, but it does seem to be working. Anyway, Gartha, here we go. Can I get any messages from Spirit? I love your videos, Andy. I love you being here, Gartha. I love your questions. All of you, actually. That's what it's all about. Okay, messages from Spirit for sure. That's where it's at. I'm going to use the tarot to connect, though. And this is something about the tarot, you know. You can either go with the textbook meanings or, and there's another or, textbook meanings, or use them as a sort of way of connecting to your spirit guides, which is what we're going to try and do here, or a bit of both, really. And the more you learn about the tarot traditional meanings, the more sense it makes in communicating with spirit guides and on that level as well. So what have we here? Right, Gartha, Wheel of Fortune for you. Now we got Alice and the Mad March Hare chasing each other around the Wheel of Fortune. It's Alice chasing the Mad March Hare, really, but the craziness of it is it's a wheel. So pretty soon the Mad March Hare is going to be chasing Alice. So it's like a lot of work, bit of a treadmill, I feel, really, because time is involved here, Gartha. And so let me see, where are we going spiritually speaking? Okay, I'm seeing a spiritual circle, Gartha. Now, with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, it's kind of difficult for people to meet up and have those traditional spiritual circles where we all kind of sit round and share the energy. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to them coming back. Maybe you've been in a spiritual group recently, though. I'd like to hope that people could do that. I don't really know, but there's something to do with spiritual development. And I do want to say that there are actually a lot of spirit entities around you at the moment. Okay. Not in a bad way, you know, in a positive way, but you may notice certain changes around the place, changes that you haven't deliberately made yourself, okay? Because I feel cords are actually being cut with the past in your life at the moment, right? And I feel that that's actually being helped and facilitated by the angels. I believe you're quite well tuned into the angels, and I think it's really worth saying that at that point. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let's just do another card, because I don't think I quite got to the bottom of that one there. Right, Nine of Swords. Okay, so a lot of thinking going on, a certain amount of tangled up stuff that needs to be sorted out in your life. Okay, but this is why the cords are being cut, and this is why that cord cutting thing is why it's going to get easier. And the bottom line is you solve one of these problems at a time, one of these decisions. They're not always problems, one of these decisions at a time, and all the other decisions get a bit easier every time. Right, now then. Okay, so when I said there were entities, you really freaked out, and then you said there's nothing to worry about. Well, yeah, that's, you know, I should be careful, really, because when you do mediumship, when you do readings all the time, as I do, you kind of get to know that most spirit guides come in love and light. The ones that seem to be like gate crashers sometimes are nearly always kind of good entities that just aren't playing by the rules, you know. That's the truth. As long as your intentions are good, and as long as you're doing everything you can towards the idea of being in a state of love and light and working with energies that are love and light, as long as you're doing that, the chances are that the entities that come around you aren't going to be bad ones. And I don't feel that there are any sort of bad entities around you, Gartha. So thanks so much for your question. Don't worry, and just, go with it one at a time, because you are being helped. You are being helped, and they are in there for you. So thank you so much for that question. Hello, Melanie Mayon Radford. There may very well be, okay, but I'm running slightly behind here. There's a couple of things I missed as we're going through, so I'm just going to scroll back and check out what happens. Ron, Unconditional Love Tarot is going live on Saturday night. Great, yeah, show it to all who are there. That's the way. Yeah, get that feather shown to people, because it is it's going to have meaning for a lot of people, actually. It's funny, a thing like that happens in your life, and then you actually go live with it and talk about it, and you find that some of the people around you who've been drawn to you are actually kind of drawn to you for some reason to do with that, Hi, Irina, I will come to you. Right, let's go to Rupali. Hope life is treating you well, Rupali. Performance appraisal process is going on in my company. How will my performance appraisal with my boss, Manesh Ravindran, go? He is owner and CEO of the company. Will he pay me 10K bonus? Wow. Okay. That would be fabulous, would it not? I'm not sure if that's... INR, maybe that's Indian rupees. I don't know. Okay, let's see if he's going to pay you the bonus anyway. That's the main thing. All right, going to do a card on that as we go along. But let's just ask that simple question. I think we're going to get something positive here, but I'm going to clear my mind and ask the pendulum spirit to give us some insight on this. The pendulum is... it's doing circles. That's the main thing. It's very trembly. I think you're quite nervous about this, Rupali. I think it's like very, very important to you. The pendulum says yes. Okay. But let's see what else we've got. Yeah, Ace of Swords, very good card. But because it's a sword card, it is all about some kind of mental anxiety going on, some kind of mental worry. But it's the Ace of Swords. So it looks to me like it's going to be okay, and we most definitely got a positive yes on that one. So Rupali, best of luck with that. I don't think you're going to need a lot of luck, but best of luck with it anyway. Irina is with us. A card for Irina. It's your birthday today. Well, happy birthday to you, Irina. I hope you're having a really wonderful day, actually. And for a birthday card for you, we are going to go with Moonology at this point. Let's open up the Moonology deck. Haven't used it today. 30 people watching. This is great. You're nervous, Rupali. Oh, yeah, I know. I bet you are. I can tell this means a lot to you. I really can. But it's going to be okay. It's even if it doesn't work out immediately in the direction that you're hoping it's going to work out, it's on the way to working out positive. You're in a real good situation there, and I believe, as I've said before to you, actually, Rupali, that guy appreciates you, and he's going to want to keep you on board. He really is. Okay, so a card for your birthday, Irina. Time to release negative. What is it? Time to release negativity. And it's the energy of the full moon in Scorpio. That isn't the full moon we just had. That one was in Capricorn, actually. But this is for your birthday, Irina. Release negativity. That's really what it's all about. And that is another thing that plays into everyone's spiritual journey, actually. But if there are things making you feel down at the moment, just let go, okay? Really, just let go. And... see, the thing is, once you start cutting yourself away from negativity, things just become more positive anyway, even if you can't see where the positivity could possibly come from. It will, it will come in. It's something that's taught in the Taoist tradition as well, which is basically if you kind of look at someone and believe that only the best can come from them, that person will kind of transform before your eyes. Not kind of transform, they will transform before your eyes. It does look like he appreciates you, Rupali. Yes, it really does. Here's an interesting question from Julie M. Andy, does everyone have a tarot card that represents them in a general way? Well, now, I think, yes, on any given moment, anybody does, but it can change. You know, the tarot is really, it's for doing readings for, and the energies do change, you know, as you go through. So someone might be a real king of, for example, a real king of cups at some point and might then turn out to be the prince of swords or something. You know, it changes as you go through life. Every day is a change. Life is change, really. Psychologists talk about this and psychiatrists talk about this too. If your life doesn't have some kind of changing story, if you don't have something going on in your life, people tend to become quite depressed. There are those who don't, but generally speaking, it's important to have something going on. And even people like hermits, whether they're, you know, monks or just people who live an isolated life, even when people are like that, there is something going on because the energy that they're meditating into, it's a journey. Just being in silence is a journey. It shows you things about yourself. It shows you things about your life. And it's when that story stops unfolding that life gets really difficult. So people change all the time. And it's very unfortunate when people don't believe that people can change as well. That's I have a friend who is strange. He has a kind of dyslexia. You know, and it's not just dyslexia with words, it's dyslexia with absolutely everything. So dyslexia isn't the word, it's some kind of disjointedness in the way he sees the world. And he cannot believe that people ever change. And he's brought up 2 children and seen them change. He can't believe they change. His daughter married a Chinese guy and lives in China. And he still can't quite believe that, you know, she isn't sort of living in Britain anymore because she loved it here. And, you know, it's a shame being unable to recognize that nature of change, which is everywhere around us, really becomes a spanner in the works for those who can't actually see it. So, yeah, as you very rightly say, Julie, adaptation is the greatest skill of the human species. So I think on a given day, there will be a tarot card that represents exactly who you are. On another given day, it's going to be a different card. Basically, that seems to be how it works. Twaina Bernard's birthday is on Monday, so happy birthday to you. I'll probably say that again on Sunday, but it's been quite a year for you, Twaina, hasn't it? So happy birthday, I'm sure, from all of us to you. Kat May saying, no, I clicked on the wrong thing there and it didn't work. Never mind. Okay, let's keep looking because I just know there are questions here and I love it when there are questions. You know, this is what really makes it worthwhile doing the lives. I like talking about the stuff as well, that's all part of it, but I can do uploads about all the stuff that needs talking about. This is, you know, where it's at now is the questions. That's what really matters. Now then, Kat May, I remember I can't see it right this moment, okay, but let's put that on the screen. Happy birthday to your grandson, whose 10th birthday it is. I saw on the other screen, just as I was getting ready to come on for the last attempt at a live that I did, I saw on the screen that you wanted like some cards about your grandson, something like that. So I'm getting out the tarot deck, and I'm going to do a 3-carder for your grandson since it's his birthday. Excuse me, his birthday, actually. Okay. All right, this looks interesting. What will it be? What will it be? Card number 1. It is the Temperance card. So looking to bring things into balance and needing a bit of quiet around him. I think there's a sense of balance coming more and more into his life at the moment. That's what seems to be coming from this card as we speak. So balance is actually coming to him. I'm not actually saying he's got to try and get balanced. Not at all. But it would be great for him to have some calm time. Maybe he's thoroughly enjoying his birthday and going a bit wild. Nothing wrong with that when it's your birthday, you know, nothing at all. But temperance, you know, it's a very old meaning of temperance. It's not like the temperance thing means today where people don't drink or smoke, which I'm sure he doesn't when he's 10 years old anyway. But it's more about balance. Okay, so if he can get some time out in nature, nature, great. Some quiet time would, I'm sure, do him really a lot of good as well. Hiccups throwing me off a bit, but there we go. Always something positive. Middle card, the devil, but again, in a positive way. Okay. At age 10, it's hard to imagine that he's going to suddenly strike out on a new career or anything like that. But he really, really has something that he wants to do, and it's time for him to start doing it, really. Okay, it's the clock in this picture I'm really looking at. He's okay, everything's fine, but it is time to start moving forward. And the Two of Cups, you know, there we go. Very positive card. And again, aged 10, this can't be like a big romantic relationship thing taking off or anything like that. But it's certainly, you know, spirit coming into his life, spirituality coming into his life. And that is a great thing. That can happen, but it can happen to the smallest children. It can happen to anyone at any age. But spirituality is coming closer into his life. Must be, because the hiccups just will not go away at this point. Now then, a message for your grandson, Twainer, who is 21 today. Wow. Okay, my daughter's 21, actually. I started late in life. I'm 57, but she's 21. I was 36 when she came into this world. On this occasion, anyway, for this incarnation. I'm sure she's incarnated before. Seems to be something of an old soul, actually. And she does readings. Maybe I'll tempt her onto a live stream one night, and she can do readings while I'm hiccuping and drinking water, which I'm going to do now. I absolutely love this water. It comes from a Berkey type filter, and it's lovely. It takes a bit of getting used to when there's no chemicals and metals in it, but it's really, really nice to have it as pure as that. Okay, so I've had a good shuffle. I've been told to take the top card. Okay, right, message for your grandson. Right, he needs to be moving on, okay? Something's bothering, something is bringing him down, I feel, in his thoughts, in his heart of hearts. And with the Five of Cups, there are the 3 cups spilt on the table. Alice, representing your grandson, cannot reach the top of that table. There's no way she'll ever reach it. But what she's ignoring is that she still has 2 full cups down there, okay? So get him to kind of focus on what's good for him that he already has around him, Twain, if you possibly can. Okay, because that's the way forward for him. I feel his energy's kind of been stuck in recent times as well. So, you know, that is really saying, you know, keep moving on. That's the message for him, Twain. Hope that helps him. And I hope that kind of helps you get a handle on what's going down at the moment. Okay, D-Gal is here, and D says, my son seems like he's on the right track after so many wrong decisions. Will he stay this way? Okay. I will do a pendulum on that in a second, but I'm really drawn to keep doing the tarot cards at this point, actually. And this time it's a cut the deck number. And that gives us the 4 of Pentacles. Right, yeah, so he is on the right track for sure. I feel that very strongly. There's nothing about this card that suggests anything different. But at the same time, he is sort of hiding away a bit from certain issues. Now, I feel he's gone through quite a big change in his way, the way he approaches life. I think he's got a bit more serious. But I think he sort of has fears of other people, other friends, his peers particularly, not really understanding what he's doing at the present time. And that's why the mouse hiding in the teapot represents him. Okay, but he will come out of the teapot, absolutely for sure. There are 3 pentacles on the teapot. This is the 4 of Pentacles. There are 3 pentacles on the teapot. and another pentacle on the biscuit on the plate there, and someone else has had a bite of the biscuit, sooner or later he'll want to get out of the teapot and have the biscuit for himself. Okay, so I think, as I said before, and I've said several times in this stream, life is change, and things will keep changing for him and changing around him. Absolutely, for sure. So in terms of staying this way, he'll stay positive. Things are going to stay pretty good, I would say. That's what I'm looking at. Adrienne says, Andy, a tarot card reading for Twainer. I thought I'd just done one, but let's do another one. Can't do too many cards. Okay. That's the one I wanted to put on this. What's happening? Sometimes you click on this thing and it doesn't work. Crazy world of YouTube. Right, okay. Tarot card reading for Twainer. Let's go. What have we got? Oh, right. 6 of Cups and 8 of Wands together. Let's start with the 8 of Wands. That's the one to really focus on first for you, Twainer. 8 of Wands, fast-moving progress, nothing you can do about it. Lovely higher heart chakra pink in the sky there. So I feel that if not right now, you're going to be feeling better about life. If you are feeling better about life, basically just keep going, because the progress is there. The progress is happening. 6 of Cups. Avoid kind of worrying too much about things that have happened in the past, and actually avoid being overly positive because of things that have happened in the past. Just let the past be in the past and leave it there. Your birthday is Monday. Right. Well, I will do some more when it comes around, because I'll be live on Sunday as well. In fact, and I think I'll quickly call that one out. The plan here is I go live Sunday, 3 p.m. Central USA time, 9 p.m. UK. Same again on Wednesday, and then on Friday 12 noon in Central USA time, 6 p.m. here in the United Kingdom. So that's what we do. D-Gal says, this helps calm my fears so much. Thank you. You're very welcome. I wish you all the best. The thing about fear is it's a bit like that famous American president once said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Very wise words, actually. And I know that he was talking about a very specific situation there. Excuse me. Oh, cat hairs flying around the room. Cats aren't flying around the room. They're asleep on the bed, but I've got some cat hair in my eyes. Yeah, fear holds us back, and it's really important, whatever's going on in your life, to keep trying to do what you personally believe in. And a big source of fear is doubters, people around us who doubt us and what we're capable of. Only you really know that in your own heart. So if you've got something that means something to you, something that matters to you, put the fear aside and go ahead and do it. Okay, I'd probably never get out of bed if I listened to what some people say I should do and shouldn't do. I just, I keep going because I know what's in my heart and soul, and you do too, frankly. Other people are pretty well just guessing most of the time. Okay, I think we've got one of those things where the chat freezes at this point, or have we? No, this is looking good. Cassandra A is here. D says, I try to be positive so I don't put negative out there, but at the moment it's very hard at times. Yeah, I do understand that, D. I brought 2 little girls up on my own. They're great big girls now. One's 21 and one's 25. And yeah, negativity seems to find you at times when you're bringing kids up. Yeah, it's really difficult. For example, and I'm sure a lot of people could relate to this, I was once called to the school because my youngest daughter had been showing aggression to someone else in the class. And when I got there, it was this little boy who was always showing aggression to everyone because he had real serious psychological problems, which he couldn't help. But he had a team of social workers that the school was scared of. So whenever he upset anyone, they would blame the person he'd upset. And I felt pretty negative on that day. And I had to go into the school with my guns blazing to sort of defend my daughter. So negativity does come around like that, Dee. Absolutely. I know what you mean. But yeah, you try to put positive out there, and that's the way to go. Just try and be as positive as you can. We live in a world with negative influences, sadly, and there is no escape from that. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, keep on putting the positivity out there. That's all you can do. That's the best thing you can do. At this point, let me mention that this stream is going to end in plenty of time, so nobody misses the remote view with Celtic Tarot, Sheila and Dr. Whimsy and friends, guests, whoever they've got this week. Particularly this show ends because I like to watch that as well. It's my Friday relaxation because it starts like 8 p.m. in UK time. So great stuff. Okay, now maybe not so great stuff, but let's take a look at this from Holly Deshane. Oh, and hi, Nicola, by the way. Nicola Quinta is here. Mrs. Tyler J is here. Hello to you. Great to see everyone. And hi, April. Nice you're with us. Okay, so Holly, I feel like I've grown, beyond my husband. He doesn't understand me and my abilities, and I don't feel the need to explain myself. I'm wondering what I should do. Well, to be honest, Holly, I know this situation, actually, not personally, but from friends of mine. It's something that all of us who do this kind of work, this mediumship readings, it's something that we all have problems coming into our life with. There are even people in the spiritualist churches that I go to, and they go to the spiritualist churches because they believe in spiritualism. And they still think someone like me is a little bit too out there, and it can't be all that real, can it? Even though they come to church every week and see that it is real, it's a real bummer. A good friend of mine actually is a working medium now, and she wasn't a working medium as early as like sort of late 70s, maybe early 1980s, and then she got married to a man who really didn't want her doing anything like that. And she just gave in and stopped doing it. And it just, she missed something out of her mission there. Now, the last thing I would suggest is kind of move away from your husband in any way, because for some reason, you two were meant to be together. And I feel quite strongly still are meant to be together. And this is something that's got to be worked out. But whatever you do, don't give it up. I think what you need to do really is ask the angels to do something to show him that there's some truth to this, that there's some positivity to this, Holly. That's the best thing that can happen, really, is if the unbelieving partner actually has an experience that lets them see what the point is, what the validity is. Okay, but don't worry about doing anything yourself at this stage, Holly, right? Just keep asking the angels, and I do feel he will have an experience, and one day pretty soon he's going to come to you talking about it and asking you what you know about it. It's very unfortunate that we live in a world where it's only a tiny percentage of people who believe in this kind of thing, actually. And I mean, there are millions of us throughout the world. It's absolutely true, millions of us. But there are many, many billions of people in the world. So, unfortunately, we are a minority. But the truth comes to people when it needs to come to people. Okay, and you have asked for help with this already, Holly. That's good news. I feel that your prayers are being answered. Let me do you a tarot card on that one, okay? Right, Two of Swords. Ah, yeah, okay. Just got to keep going forward, even though you're blindfolded. Keep on making your decisions, even though you can't see how things are going to pan out, how things are going to work out. Just keep going, Holly, okay? Because the winds of change are certainly blowing. I just felt a gust of wind on my face there. So I'm sure the wind of change is blowing and things are going to improve. I really am. I wish you the best of luck with that, though. And as Twainer is saying, praying for you and your husband. And I'm sure we all are. I'm sure we're all sending some healing out to you there. Really, really we are. So, Steve, a shout out to my former neighbour Faye from me and Mom. Any message from the other side from her and her daughter Patty? I'm trying to play Patty's guitar after 40 years. Good. Let me take a drink of water and we'll see. Hi, Ellen Quinlan, by the way. Lots of hearts and flowers to you. Okay. For some reason, And I never really know the reasons why, but I'm drawn to the Ask an Angel deck. And we have had some very good messages through from Spirit using this deck. So we are going to ask Faye and Patty. Nice, okay. Archangel Raguel. And the card says conflict resolution. Let me just sit back a bit so you can actually see the whole card on the screen. Right, conflict resolution. Right. Normally I'd say that some conflict is going to be resolved. That is actually true. But I feel there's some work for you to do in resolving the conflict, actually, at this point. So, think about how could you bring balance in. It's one of those things. It's not your fault. It's not your fight. It's not your battle even. But things are going to settle a lot better around you if you can focus on conflict resolution and trying to bring healing into situations, all right? Oh, I wish I wasn't hiccuping so much tonight. It's really annoying. I haven't hiccuped since the last live stream. It just comes on. Okay. But there's definitely a healing angle to this. There really is, because I'm drawn to these three swirls at the bottom. And they're very much like a Reiki symbol, Chakra Shoku-rei, which isn't the secret Reiki symbol, by the way. It's one that goes with Reiki 1. It's the one we sort of know so well. It comes along and down and makes a sort of wheel. And that wheel represents the chakras because it crosses over at 7 points. These are more like Amadeus shamanic healing. Okay, and the validity of that is with shamanic healing, with Amadeus healing. You let the healing energy flow through you without doing anything to you at all. You can benefit a lot from it. I'm not saying you can't benefit from it, but you just let that healing go straight through you. So even though this isn't your problem, there's something you can do to fix it. You're saying conflict, don't understand that. Okay. Well, this card, seriously, this is the card that came up, and I had a good old shuffle. So there's something going on. But yeah, it was quite strong in the message there that it isn't your conflict and it isn't your problem, but there's something you can do to pour oil on troubled waters somewhere around. Okay, these messages don't always make sense at the time, actually, but I'm sure that's going to mean something to you in the time ahead. Really, I'm sure about that because it came through very strongly. Now they're sending love, right? Which they would. But as I focus in on them sending love, I feel they're particularly sending love to your mother at this moment. Okay. But yeah, just a friendly hi to Faye. Okay. Why ever not? Good. That's gonna make some sense pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Lorena S is here. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lorena, and everyone, of course. Good evening, even if you're watching in UK, which some people are, believe it or not. 30 people here at the moment. Great to have 30 on board. Really glad you could join us for this session. Cassandra LeBaume, I have so many things going on in my life. I don't know what question to ask, so I'd like Spirit to deliver what message seems most important at this time if Spirit sees fit. Sure they do. I'm sure they see fit. Right. This deck, the Ascended Masters by Doreen Virtue, is suddenly getting a lot more use just lately. It's really coming into play a lot. I've done many live streams where I didn't actually get drawn to this deck at all, but I'm drawn to it now, and I've been drawn to it quite a few times recently. It's been a very intense week. That's one of the things that drives this deck, is when it's an intense situation that people are asking about. Okay, now then, so many things going on in your life, Well, I'm not surprised then that we've got this one, Stay Focused, and it's Katumi. And I'm going to do another two because this isn't the whole thing, not by a long way. But stay focused on your spiritual journey, most certainly, but on the things that mean the most to you, because with so much going on, it's very easy to be put in a position where you can't really work on yourself. You can't keep going. You can't keep being yourself, and that's really difficult because you are here for a reason. We all are. We are all on some kind of mission. Right now, then, the next card I've got for you is Yes, and it's Ganesh. And Ganesh is a mover of obstacles, a remover of obstacles, I should say, actually. And Ganesh is that energy shows that there's a lot of help. It's yes with Ganesh because Ganesh removes the obstacles. Okay, so I've said this once already to someone else this evening. Cords are being cut. Sometimes we have to cut the cords ourselves. Sometimes the angelic realms, the spiritual realms, those energies will cut the cords for us in the most positive way. Okay, and the third card, Archangel Michael, you can do it. And I feel what you need to do, Cassandra, is actually ask the angels, particularly ask Archangel Michael, to allow things to slow down around you, because I actually feel you're a little bit held back, because the things going on around you are actually very intense at the present time. Most certainly, drink water, that kind of thing. Just give yourself physical relief as well as spiritual relief. That's really what it's all about. Some more time for yourself. And as you're asking Archangel Michael, Cassandra, I want to add to that, coming to me to add to that every living human being, and I think every animal as well, has a gatekeeper in the spirit world. They are spirit people who've been over for a very, very long time. They can be things like a Roman centurion, for example, are people who lived that long ago. And although there's no time in the spirit realms, there is experience, and they are very, very experienced. Everyone has a gatekeeper. So when you're in your meditation, Cassandra, call out to your gatekeeper and just ask for things around you to be resolved in such a way that you can keep on with your mission. Because I can't emphasize this enough, and this again is true for everybody, me included. We all come to this world on a mission. There's a reason we come to this world. There are things we've got to achieve in this life, and we usually end up achieving them in the end, and I'm sure you'll end up achieving yours as well, Cassandra. But the gatekeeper, Archangel Michael, all the angels, all the positive spiritual energies are there to drive you towards accomplishing your goal. So don't let anything get in the way of what you're striving towards. Okay, super important there. Beverly says, Andy, thank you for sharing yourself, your time. You're so treasured. Thank you. It's good to know. It's good to know. Thank you very much, Beverly. Guys, if you would like to help the channel out, help me out at all, going across the screen right now, paypal.me/twigbrother is my PayPal. There is a donate button on my channel page as well, on my About Me YouTube page. And also coffee.com/twig is my coffee page. And if you go there, you can actually send me direct messages through that as well, which is great because Gmail goes glitchy sometimes. And you can kind of see pictures of what's going on in my life on there as well. So that's a good one to visit. If you'd like a private reading, all of your own, 35and83@gmail.com is my personal email, and it's always great to hear from you guys. So there it is again, 35and83@gmail.com, going across your screen right now. Nicola has to go, battery going on phone, and nowhere near a charger. Enjoy the rest of the live, everyone. Great. Nice to see you, Nicola. I hope the rest of your weekend is absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure we'll see you again pretty soon. Okay. Now then, let's do some scrolling and see what I haven't done yet. Julie M asks, Tinkerbell and Marcy, are they well? Yes, they seem well, Marcy has actually come in from the garden, which is great. And she's asleep curled up downstairs on a chair. I was wondering what was up with Marcy, because in all the nice weather we had, she was outside all the time. and she's just living in one little spot in the garden. And in the nice weather, that was great. But it's rained a lot in the last week or so, and she'd come in for her food in the morning, soaking wet, and then just go out and sit outside in the rain again. And I was getting a bit concerned, but today she stayed in the house all day and slept in the house. So I don't know what's going on in her head, but she looks healthy. She acts healthy. I'm sure everything's okay there. Tinkerbell is inches away, sound asleep on the bed. I rather hope she'll wake up and kind of come and join in the show. But whether she does or not, you just never know with Tinkerbell. 'Tis the way she is. But yeah, thanks for asking, Julie. They're doing great. And Holly says, I consider your coming into my life a blessing. Thank you so much. And I'm picking up on that because I feel the same way about all of you guys, actually. We've come into each other's lives, you know, and there is a reason for that. There most certainly is a reason for that, you know. So thanks so much, though, Holly. That's a lovely thing to say. Cassandra says, you read me right. I'm trying to find time for myself, but can't seem to get any. Sure, take this advice. Thank you so much. You're very welcome so much, Cassandra, and thank you for bringing your energy onto the stream here. It's great to connect with you. Things can change, things can improve. Excuse me, my alarm's going off. Let's just put a stop to that. Thank you, alarm. Right, there we go. That shows you what time I sometimes have a nap, but I'm not having that nap today. I had it earlier on. It's the best way. Okay. So, where are we going? Twainer says, everyone, don't forget to hit the like button. Please do. It really helps the channel absolutely no end when you guys hit the like button. And also do please subscribe if you haven't already, because that makes a massive difference. It shows the algorithm that not just me, but the psychic community on YouTube, it shows the value of that to the YouTube algorithm. And being an algorithm, it's not going to actually value any psychic advice itself because it's artificial intelligence. But let that algorithm know that you love the psychic stuff. Not just me. Hit the subscribe button for all of us who do these readings, okay, because it makes a big difference. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed, because now I'm on 2017 subs. I was on 2000 a bit over a week ago, actually, and then it went down again because YouTube kind of takes some of the subscribers away, which is why I didn't do a big 2K subs thank you video. But we're on 2017 now. This is good news. So big thanks for that 2K subs and the 17 of you who have come along in the meantime. Great to be in touch. Great to connect with all of you. Okay. I saw a question. Oh, she's got to go. Oh, okay, Mary. When will my adult son quit drinking at all? I'm worried about him and his future. Right, don't worry. I don't think he's going to quit drinking very soon, Mary, if you're still with us. It's going to be a thing that takes time. But I've just cut the deck and pulled a card, and we've got the Ace of Wands, so there'll be action. There'll be positive action, and he will quit drinking. Okay, try not to worry about it. I know it's always a worry when someone's doing that, because any kind of drug, whether it's alcohol or whatever it is, it kind of takes over at least a part of that person's life, and it means that person isn't fully in control. But he will be in control again, Mary. Hope you're still here for that. I got into talking about other stuff there, but yeah, we all wish you the best with that, I'm sure. And I will say a prayer for him. I really will. Okay. So, yeah, I was having loads of internet trouble, Julie. Yeah, I was having loads of internet trouble. Still am a little bit, but goes with the territory. This house hasn't been renovated or changed for 400 years. And one of the reasons for that is it's too far away from the builders. They don't like coming here. It has been renovated, actually, but I can't get any really big jobs done down here because no one can get their van down. It was built in the horse and cart days of medieval times. So, yeah, that's the way it is. Okay, so then. Julianne thinks I'm the cat's pajamas. Hey, great. I'm glad I'm not actually the cat's physical pajamas, although they do sleep on me quite a lot, so I probably smell like the cat's pajamas. I think that's how it goes. Okay, guys. Matu. Right, let's go to Matu. Here we go. Please can you check if the spirit has a message for me? I certainly will, Madhu. And hi, Vicky Ormsby, by the way. I've been kind of remiss in not coming to you so far. But yeah, Madhu now. Let's go with Madhuri. Hope life is treating you well, by the way. Nice to have you with us. Okay. Right, 9 of Cups. This, oh, I've dropped it, excuse me. When you drop a card, you know it's meant to come out. Right, the 9 of Cups. This is good news, okay? There's a little bit of a warning, a little bit of a twist in the tail because you've got to be careful what you wish for. But essentially, this is about a wish coming true. I want to say several wishes coming true, actually, at the present time, Madhu. The cups are about what we long for and what we actually desire and want to happen. The 9 of Cups means very near to completion on something you really want to happen in your life, okay? But be careful what you wish for, because I feel that you're in danger of moving forward and kind of maybe disconnecting more from what's your life now, maybe disconnecting from your everyday life more than you really want to as you go forward, actually. But that's going to be fine, Madhu. You just, you've got to be gentle as you actually move forward. Got to take care, really. And that's good advice for anyone, isn't it? We don't need a tarot card to tell us that. But 9 of Cups says something nice is coming in for you, and it's something you actually wish for as well. Hi, Patricia Franzino. I'm very glad you're catching the live show. Great to have you with us. Thanks for coming in. Okie dokie. I saw a question somewhere. Let's keep looking for that question. I saw it seconds ago. Penny Noneman. Really nice to have you with us, Penny. Thanks so much for coming in. Okay, please draw a card for me. I am moved to keep going with the tarot at this point, actually. I'm also moved to have another drink of water. Excuse me. Love this filtered water. Wow. There was a TV ad in Britain way back in I think it was the 1980s, actually. Gosh, was it that long ago? Am I that old? OMG. For filtered water. And it was Brita, B-R-I-T-A. I think it was meant to be brighter, and everyone started pronouncing it Brita, so they just called it that. And it came in this plastic jug, which probably put all kinds of bad chemicals into your drinking water, actually, because it was 1980s plastic, and it just became a massive joke because this couple were always kind of trying to start a relationship, and they were very posh, very rich British people saying, "Darling, let's share our Brita filtered water." And yeah, crazy, right? Okay, what have we got? Right. Number 13 for you, Penny. Now, this is the death card, but it's not a kind of death to worry about. There is big change coming in for you. Absolutely certain of that as I look at this card. Right, Penny? But the thing to do is go along with that change because it is going to be positive. Can you see what's happened here? Alice has blown the candle out, and this is the Tarot in Wonderland deck. It's all about Alice in Wonderland. She's blown the candle out. She's eaten the eat me, and she's drank the drink me. And now she has blown the candle out, and the turquoise light of truth is coming into the picture. Even though she's blown the candle out, it isn't actually dark. So if you blow the candle out on the past, Penny, light is going to come in. Good new experiences are going to come in for you. And the relevance of turquoise to you particularly is that it's going to suit you. What's coming in is going to be more true to you than the situation that you're in at the present time. So things improving most certainly, Penny, but you might need to push the door closed on the past because the next door can't really open until the last door is closed. One door closes, another door opens. That is the order it goes in. That is how it works. So I wish you well with that, Penny, and I thank you so much for joining us in this stream on this occasion. Great to have you with us. Right, Sharon Lee's got a Brita filter thing. She replaced it 2 days ago, switched to water drop. Great. That's great because I'm pretty sure the plastics in water drop are better. There are plastics that don't leach chemicals, And actually, the Brita one was probably all right in this day and age. But back in the 80s, there were all sorts of bad chemicals in plastic. Everyone just loved plastic because it wasn't wasteful of resources in the way that glass was before we started recycling it, you know. So people just unquestioningly used plastic and said it was good. Okay, Patricia's got a Brita picture as well. This is all interesting. Right, so now I'm looking for Vicky Ormsby because there's a question here. Here we go. Right. Oh, gosh. You were in a fire. Your significant other burned alive. I tried to save him. I ended up losing my legs. I burned over 30 to 40% of your body. Oh, dear. Heart is broken. Where is my dog? Wow. Vicky, I'm sorry to hear you've been through all that. You've got a very bright energy about you, despite all that. I think you've got a great ability to look at the positives of life, and that's great. I mean, you know, don't forget yourself. Really important to keep kind of working for yourself and being yourself, but lots of positivity there. Lots of positivity there, especially when you've been through that. And when you hear people complaining and they've never been through anything like that, quite annoying. But I'm sure you understand, you know, we've all got our cross to bear one way or the other, but you've got a big cross to bear there. Okay, as I ask, where is your dog? And shuffle the cards, I come up with this one. It's the 10 of Cups. This one is sometimes called the Happy Ever After card. I can feel the hiccups coming in, so I must be on the money, on the right side of this one. It's hiccuping so much I can hardly get the words out at this point. But this card it's all about happy ever after. Okay, so I feel that your dog is in a good place, in a happy place, being looked after, quite likely in the arms of the angels, right? I feel he's gone over the rainbow bridge, Vicky. Maybe you already knew that, but, you know, if that's news to you, I'm really sorry to have to tell you that. But he is okay, you know, he is okay. Also across the rainbow bridge, your husband. And your husband is helping you with something that's going on in your life at the moment. They can help us from the other side. They really can. Okay. I don't know if he's come to you in a dream or something like that, Vicky, but he is around. He is helping. Okay. He can help you more if you want to sort of draw him in your meditations. You kind of just like try and connect. Have faith, okay, that his soul is alive and well on the other side. They always are. The pain is gone. Whatever they went through in this life has been taken from them, and they are pure light, and they are so helpful to us if they possibly can be. I'm sure he's close around you. But Vicky, think about moving on in life, okay? That's coming to me now. Keep thinking about moving on in life. Because you very nearly were taking yourself in that fire, but it wasn't your time yet, you know? It wasn't your time to be taken from this world because you still have much to achieve. So don't fear moving on, and don't just wait for things to change, okay? Don't just kind of hang about and wait for things to change. But thank you for telling us your story. It's fascinating, Vicky. I think you're a very brave person. And it's a pleasure, a bit of an honor to know you, actually. But yeah, you know, he is close, and you know, Mr. Doggy is absolutely fine as well. Penny Neumann, those hiccups make me wonder if someone is readying you to start channeling. Well, yeah, I am a trance medium, but I don't do trance on YouTube, just because I'm very picky about when I do trance. And if they are trying to come through, well, you know, great, but they're going to have to talk into my thoughts. They do talk into my thoughts, though. This is kind of how it works with the readings, you know. That's kind of how it goes. And I do always get hiccups when I'm getting it right as well, which is quite annoying because when I'm getting it right, what I'd really like to be able to do is just go ahead and get it right without hiccuping. But, you know, life isn't always what we want, is it? Julianne says to Vicky, May your way forward be accompanied by angels. Yeah, and I think we all wish you that. I think we all send you love, as Mrs. Tyler J does. And as Ron says, animals give unconditional love always. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Vixen Dive says your doggy is still with you. Their love is forever. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Okay. Right. Okay, well, Madhu is asking, does Spirit have a message? I don't, maybe your internet connection broke down, Madhu, but I did a message for you about maybe 15, 20 minutes ago. But there we go. That's the internet for you. It's a crazy world of the internet. So I'll bring the cards out and we will have a look. We will see what comes up for you, because I'm sure something will. Spirit are most definitely active in your life. I want to pick up a pendulum, but I don't know what the question is yet. Let's do some cards and see what question we might have. Okay. Right, first card, Ace of Pentacles. Things are on the change. It's going to be positive. You've got to put some work into this, Madhu. I think you know what we're about here, actually. I think you know what we're about. If not, you're going to find out pretty soon, but things are changing for you, absolutely. Also then, number 27 in the Major Arcana, it is the Star. This is very, very close to completion. Make an effort to be at your best, okay? Try and get the best out of whatever situation you find yourself in. Try to be the best version of yourself. And that varies. Sometimes we've got to kind of be shapeshifters, really, and be a version of ourselves that works in a particular situation. I think that's pretty close to the truth for you, Madhu. Third card, 10 of Swords, but do not look at the negative side of this, whatever you do, okay? Because what's happened is someone is smashed to bits, but there's no blood anywhere. This is like a bloodless coup, a bloodless change in your life. Nothing bad happening at all. Change is coming in, right, Madhu? And if you look to the background of this card, there's this big grey stone wall, and there's light shining in the distance. You know, that's either the evening sun going down, in which case the dawn is coming, or it is the actual dawn coming. Either way, you're coming close to good things happening. Now then. Don't know why, but I want to pick up a pendulum. Maybe some words will come to me about this. Right, is this a healing thing? Yeah, it's healing. Healing is needed, Madhu. I'm not being told with what. Actually, pendulum's dropped a bit. There we go. I'm not being told exactly what the healing is that you need, right? But do ask the angels to bring healing into your life, Madhu. I feel you've got it in you to be quite a healer, actually. But I think you need to call in some healing for yourself at this time. And I'm sure all of us on the group here will send you that healing right now as we focus on that. Thanks for your question. Thanks for your support, Madhu. Always great to have you with us. Okay. Sandy G asks, can you tell me about my spiritual gifts? I will try. I will try. Okay. I'm going to use the Ascended Masters deck again for this one. But before I pull a card, I'm just going to try. Whoa. It's got the string. It's caught me. Hang on, come apart. There we go. I can't think of what to say when I'm freeing myself from string. But hey, we've all got to free ourselves from some kind of string in this life. Right, spiritual gifts. Right, basically, you are actually, you have a gift, and it's only one of them, but you have a gift for being able to get people to move on from situations that aren't doing them any good. You've got some leadership qualities there, I feel, and you've got a good way of getting people to break the chain, actually, and bringing more freedom into their lives. You've also got quite a deep connection to the earth energies. I think you would do very well if you followed pagan kind of spiritual practices, you know. And Madhu, thanks very much for that. I just got a notification on my screen. Really appreciate your PayPal donation. I really appreciate all of your PayPal donations, guys. By the way, maybe I don't say that enough. Makes a big difference, and you know, it's real nice for me to know that people are supporting me. But thanks for that, Madhu. Really appreciate that. But yeah, your spiritual gifts. I think, Sandy, as I say, if you look into nature sprites, elementals, tree spirits, and the old pagan ways, look into those things. I'm sure you've got a strong gift in that direction. And you've also got a good gift for, what's the word? Like cleansing energy, you know? That's what I'm being told. You're able to cleanse the energy, not just of a room, but of people as well. I think if I knew you personally, I'd notice that you had a gift for kind of keeping things clean and keeping good energy around you. You've got a gift for helping other people with that. That's why things are that way with you, Sandy. Okay, well, let's do you a card. Oh. Avalokitesvara. I think I've pronounced that right. I probably haven't, but it says, see the other person's point of view. Okay? And this isn't saying anything negative about you at all, Sandy. What this is really saying is you'll kind of understand more in your healing journey of what you can do to heal and to help other people if you kind of focus on where they're coming from, you know? Not just what they say, what they think, but behind that, where they're actually coming from. That's going to make a big difference. Okay. But you certainly do have spiritual gifts. I've also been told that they're growing. Okay. You're growing spiritually all the time. Your gifts are growing. And make that meditation as regular as you can. Doesn't have to be the same time on the clock. This is another thing that I'm saying all the time. Hi, Sharon Sipe, by the way. So glad you could join us. Doesn't have to be the same time on the clock because we're dealing with the spirit realms who don't have any time, but try and have it in the same part of your day every day. Bit of daily meditation, the same part of your day, maybe after a meal or when you've just got up, whatever, you know, you choose. Can be a different time, but the same point in your day every time. That establishes a rhythm and spirit will answer that rhythm and they'll be closer to you. Okay. Look out for your dreams. I think you probably do, actually, Sandy, but look out for those dreams because, you know, interesting stuff is coming to you at the present time. It really is. Okay, going to Debbie Fitzsimmons now. What message does the cards have for me? Thanks. Okay, back to the tarot at this point. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm a tarot reader. It's just I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 decks in front of me, and I keep coming back to the tarot deck. But hey, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it works. So getting tuned in. There's a new start for you, Debbie. There's a new start at the present moment. I can see some fears around that as well. It's as if you would want to almost hold yourself back, actually. And as long as that's only almost hold yourself back, it's understandable and that's fine. But don't hold yourself back. Really don't hold yourself back. Particularly if you're not too sure of the direction you want to go in and where you actually want life to take you at the moment. You've got to just kind of go along for the journey, see where you end up, and trust the journey because the journey is really controlled in the higher chakras. It's your higher self in conjunction with the angels that makes that spiritual journey tie in with that life journey. Okay, so just trust the journey. You're going in the right direction, most certainly. I feel you might be feeling a bit discouraged at the moment as well, and I'm sure all of us here in the chat and anyone watching the repeat would want to suggest to you, you know, take heart, because you know, you deserve to have confidence in what's happening and where you're going. Card for you is the 3 of Cups. This is really good news, okay? This can mean a good relationship. It can mean a romantic relationship. Ooh, but as much as anything, what this is an upward spiral where there's more than one energy coming in to help you, to heal you, and to take you forward. And look at all the low-hanging fruit on the tree there. This is a really wonderful scene. Bit of a cloudy sky, actually, but some of the best things come out of a cloudy sky when you're least expecting it. And lots of lovely cakes and cake boxes on the ground there. So there's more abundance than you can shake a stick at there, Debbie Fitzsimmons, which is kind of a British expression, isn't it? So I better explain. There's just more abundance than you could ever really know what to do with coming your way at the present time. So take heart, take confidence, and some of that abundance is actually with you as well. Hope that helps, Debbie. Okay, Kate Mitho, hi down under. Well, Kate, you're coming towards summer now. This is great. The light is returned. The light is coming in the southern hemisphere. All of us up here, we're headed towards winter now, but still, great times. Great to have you with us. So, Kate, I think what I'm feeling is change, maybe unwelcome change, actually, but you're going to find out that it's beneficial. Something's happened that holds you up. Something's happened that's like caught you short. And it's really quite difficult for you at the present, I think, Kate. And that's unfortunate, but it is actually a really fortunate thing. It's one of those things where you look back in a few months' time and you think, oh, yeah, that was really good that bad thing happened because it's moved me forward. All right. And actually, I'm sure what I was saying about the Australian side of the world coming towards summer now was actually sort of a metaphor for things getting better and it taking a while. So it's a journey. Okay, Kate, try and also I'll draw you a card. 9 of Pentacles. Remember people around you, not just people, situations, but I particularly feel people as you move on from whatever happened with the Tower of Destruction there. Try and bring people with you as you move on, as you move forward, because you will be moving forward. If you're not moving forward yet, you soon will be. Okay, and it's an opportunity for you to make the best of life and reach out and try and grab the things you really want. Try and take hold of those things, okay? Because good things are meant to be for you. They really are. Hi, Beck Lotzian. Really glad you're with us. Nice to see you. Great stuff. Dog days of summer are indeed here. It's an absolutely true thing. It absolutely is. April, you're a very kind lady, April. April says, Andy gives great readings. I highly recommend it. Thanks so much, April. Just coming across your screen now, 35and83@gmail.com. That's my email address if you would like a private reading. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. If you'd like to support my work any other way, paypal.me/twigbrother is my paypal.me link, as you might imagine. There's also coffee.com/twig. All support very gratefully accepted, actually. And wow, this is a good time for it. There's lots of wackily expensive things going on. And I'm trying to save up at this moment. Look, Twainer says the same thing. Great. So thank you, Twainer. I'm trying to save up at the moment and get Skylink so I can have a squeaky clean broadband connection all the time. Because let's face it, with 2,000 subscribers, this is time to really get my boots on and start uploading videos every day. But like yesterday, for example, I didn't even do 60-second tarot yesterday because there just wasn't enough bandwidth. It just would not upload. It wasn't slow. It just wouldn't upload at all. 60-second video was too much. Crazy. And this keeps happening. So yeah, if you would like to help me on my journey towards getting Skylink working, which does work in the UK now, that would be massively appreciated. Hi, Enter the Future. Okay. Tuli Lazuli, hi to you. So glad you're with us. Just looking in case I missed any questions here. Hi, Linda Sandoval. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. If you have a question, do type it in, guys. I'll be happy to do it for you. But we're getting into the late stages of the show now and my energy goes down a bit. But we will be back. No, it's not the same bat time. Same bat channel. If you remember Batman, you'll know what I mean. At the end of every Batman show, he used to say, join us tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And everything was a bat thing in Batman. Wow. So old to be saying that and realizing that half the world's probably never heard of Batman. How crazy is that? But yeah, same time, same channel on, no, not the same time. On Sunday, 3 p.m. Central USA time, 9 p.m. here in UK, we'll be doing this again, you know, and I'll be here to take your questions, and it'll be, you know, some of you guys give out some really good advice in the chat here as well, I know. So we'll all be back here doing that on Sunday. Also, again, then on Wednesday, same thing again, 3 p.m. Central USA time, 9 p.m. here in UK, we will be live again. 3 times a week. One of my reasons for doing 3 times a week, actually, is with a dodgy broadband connection. If I aim for 3 a week, I can almost certainly do 2 every week. That's one of the reasons I'm doing 3, to be honest. But the other reason is it's just good energy. It's great to do it. And it's just, you know, really being, you know, it makes me be happy. I'm searching for the words to express it. It the happiness gets into the core of my being. You know what I'm trying to say there? I'm not very good with words at this point, but that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, you got a cooling towel, April. I'm probably going to need one of those sometime soon. Sharon Lee remembers that Batman show and sign off. Yeah, I got it from, I started using it on YouTube because there's a guy I follow who repairs cars in Texas. He's called Daniel Resto-Dan. And he was doing up a Chevrolet, I think it was a Chevrolet Bel Air, and it was still rusty. He was leaving it rusty, but doing it up. And he made these 2 or 3 minute videos, and he'd always say, see you again tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. I can't do a Texan accent, but I'm trying anyway. And it was just great. So I like to say that, you know, works for me. Okay, KDH is asking, card for my friend's sick daughter, Rachel. Oh, dear. Okay, well, let's send healing for your friend's sick daughter, Rachel, as well. Okay, let's just send that out there. I'm going to do a card. Going to do a Ascended Masters card at this point. No, sorry. No, a voice says Angel card. That's what we're going to do. Angel card for KDH's friend's sick daughter, Rachel. So let's have an angel card for Rachel, please. Okay. I really feel sure that the angels are actually working with Rachel at this time, okay? Because a card just flashed in front of me, which is Metatron, which is the highest energy there is in the spirit realms. Metatron means like the same as the throne, and it means like right up next to God. You know, Metatron was the prophet Enoch in the Bible, who the book of Enoch isn't there anymore, but they do mention him. Okay, card I've got for Rachel is this one, Intuition. Okay. Now, I don't feel this exactly relates to the sickness, but I think she's having experiences at this time, maybe brought on by the sickness, actually. And it may seem like hallucinations to Rachel herself, but there is genuine intuition going on there, 100%. And at this time, Rachel is getting in contact with her shadow self as well, which is something important. And when I say shadow self, I don't mean darkness. I don't mean anything unpleasant like that. It's just the shadow self. We all have a shadow self, you know, and it's good to be in touch with it. Brings out the psychicness in us as well. And so she is getting close to that. That is coming into her life. But yeah, fuel, an angel associated with the day of Monday, by the way. So Monday's going to be a good day for her. But look at that pentagram drawing close to her. It's a symbol of abundance. It's also a symbol of spiritual progress. And that's what's going on with her at the moment. Okay. I also feel I want to do a tarot card for Rachel too. What we got. Okay, 3 of Swords sometimes indicates a bereavement, but I feel this is just kind of, you know, what she's going through with her sickness is like the death of the old Rachel and the birth of the new Rachel without her physically dying. You know, I'm not saying that. It's some kind of rebirth that's going on with her. And what happens here, the heart-shaped cake, which is all the sorrow that goes along with being sick, is dissolving in the rain, like the old song, MacArthur Park, someone left a cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it because it took so long to bake it, etc., etc. And she'll never have that recipe again, actually, to keep the song metaphor going. That cake is going to dissolve, and the 3 swords are her willpower, her ability to decide things for herself is going to be so much increased, okay? And the present situation is going to pass, okay? But importantly, she isn't going to pass, and that's what really matters. Okay. Adrienne says, hello to everyone. I could not greet individually. I'm working and trying to keep up with marking questions when I can. Very good of you to do this work, Adrienne. We all appreciate it, and we appreciate you. And by the way, Adrienne, I got your email about having trouble with the parcel and having to list everything. Much appreciated. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to that happening. I really am. But thanks so much for everything you do for us. Mrs. Tyler J says, being in touch with the shadow self is a path to the center. Yeah, it really is. And there's a great book written, maybe even thousands of years, at least hundreds of years ago anyway. And it's by Saint Teresa of Avila, who was a Carmelite nun. Well, she was the first Carmelite nun. She founded the Carmelite order. And I read this book a long time ago. I can hardly remember it now. But it's called The Interior Castle. And she describes the soul as like a great big castle within the human body. And you access it by you just one step at a time, baby steps, you know, one step at a time. And each spiritual step and each spiritual thing you learn is like going into a room, and then you close the door on that room, another door opens, and you go into the next room. And each new room you go into takes you a bit closer to the heart, closer to the core of your being. I'm thinking about Rush now because it's closer to the heart. There's a thing. But yeah, you know, the path to the center, that's what really matters. That's what the spiritual life is all about. And certainly being in touch with the shadow self is a massive part of that. It really is. Okay, guys. Now, Vixen Doe says, may I have a card? You certainly may. Okay. What have we got for Vixen Doe? In the tarot of Tarot in Wonderland. I think that's what we'll use. We've been using it all evening, so all afternoon as it is in the States and Canada. We'll go with that. Oh, the Hermit, Vixen. Right. Look within yourself, okay? Be like this knight on the horses going off into the darkness of the trees there, okay? He's not becoming inactive. It's not telling you to like stop doing anything, but meditation is going to do wonders for you at this time, Vixen. Really it is. Excuse me. And I also want to say with this that anyone who seems like they're passing out of your life at the moment isn't passing out of your life forever. You will see them again. Hiccups are saying I'm right. I've got no idea how, but apparently I am. So I hope that helps you, Vixen. Thanks for your question. Does Spirit have a message about my next 6 months, especially financially? Thanks for that, Julie. Right, it's looking pretty good financially, okay? It looks good, but the message I'm getting is that I can see a period of earning quite a lot, maybe more than you would even dream of at the moment, but it's going to be such hard work that it's going to detract from your life. So do try and make that temporary, you know. It's like trying to do 2 jobs at once. That's what's coming to me, you know. And of course, if you do 2 jobs at once, you get to lots of money at once, which is great. But don't worry too much about it, okay? Keep in touch with the angels, and they'll keep helping. You know, money will come when you need it. So don't worry about it, okay? But yeah, it'd be a fine thing to allow yourself to do more work, much more work than you usually do, for a short time. Just don't let yourself get burned out, whatever happens, Julie. That's what really is important. Gartha, you should enable Super Chat, and it allows people to send donations or have their questions answered first. Well, okay, let me explain. Right, there are 2 reasons I don't use Super Chat at the present time. One is tax reasons. Basically, I've got to be careful that I don't kind of make too much money. I know YouTube takes 30% off. That kind of gets up my nose a little bit as well. But the other thing is, right, I answer questions in the order that my spirit guides draw me to people, you know. And I feel a bit bad if someone's like paid something and I'm drawn to do the card for someone else. And you know, what I do find though is, right, I always seem to answer everyone's questions within the show before it comes to the end. So, you know, several reasons there for not enabling Super Chat. But basically, I'm going to keep on building the channel up, but I can't monetize it until it would be bringing me enough money to live off all the time. And that is probably several years away if it's ever going to happen. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it's, you know, it's a long way off at the moment. But thanks for that idea. It's good of you to make that suggestion. I did actually have Super Chat enabled for a very short time. And then I realized it was just going to drop me in it. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, they do. The way they word it actually is a bit, it's quite sneaky when you read the YouTube page for you to monetize your channel. It's pretty much saying, you know, you can make this money for YouTube and you can keep some of it. 70% is quite a lot of it, I suppose. But PayPal only take a little bit, you know. It's definitely not 30%. I think it's around 9 or 10%. I haven't looked at it for a while. But, you know, I don't really mind PayPal taking a bit because I'm enabled, that's the word, I'm enabled to make quite good money because of PayPal. And if it hadn't been for PayPal, we'd still have stuffy banks forcing us to write checks to each other and wait 6 months for the check to clear and all that stuff. So, you know, Elon Musk doesn't own PayPal anymore. That's another good reason for using it and liking it. But yeah, PayPal seems to be the way forward. And I do try to get through everyone's questions if I can. I really hope I've got through everyone's questions at this point because we are coming to the end. I always draw it to a close at around about 90 minutes and we're there now. So I'm going to do a Moonology card at this point. And this is a Moonology card for everyone who's watching. If you've watched the whole of the show, you are absolutely my hero. Thanks so much. And thanks for all of your support, for everyone watching later, watching now, everyone. Really appreciate your support. Okay. Have faith in your dreams. That's the card to end the show with. Have faith in your dreams. Hold on tight to your dreams, as the song says. I think it's a Dire Straits song. But yeah, have faith in your dreams is what the card says. And it's the waxing crescent moon. Now, the moon isn't crescent yet, but it is waxing. She's on her way down from full moon. So the energy is getting less intense. It's been a very intense week because we started with summer solstice or winter solstice for Kate, actually, because Kate is on the in the southern hemisphere. But we had that big magical solstice and we had the end of Mercury retrograde. And then last night or sometime yesterday, depending where you are in the world, we had full moon. So it's been mad, it's been manic, but the energy is calming down. I'll finish this stream and then I won't have hiccups anymore for the rest of my life, probably until Sunday. But look, here again Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Time, same back channel. Looking forward to seeing you guys then. I am off to make a drink and then I'm going to watch Celtic Tarot Sheila and Dr. Whimsy and their friends in the remote view. See you over there. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support. Big love to you, big light to you, big blessings to you, and total